When you think of wealth, names like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Jeff Bezos might come to mind. But how rich are these people compared to other personalities in world history? Welcome to Rich Addict, and in today's video, we will be looking at the top 10 most wealthy people in history. The first person on our list is Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was the emperor of the ancient Mali Empire. Though he is often considered to be the wealthiest person to walk the earth, it is hard to say for sure. This is because his wealth was so vast that it is very difficult to put a number on it. Mansa Musa was a wise king, and his wisdom enabled him to expand Mali's trade influence and transform it from a wealthy nation to the wealthiest nation in Africa. Mansa Musa gained his wealth by maximizing the profit Mali made from mining significant salt and gold deposits in the Mali kingdom. At the time of his reign, Mali was the world's largest producer of gold, and this made him immensely rich. There are numerous tales of his great wealth, but the most popular is his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca. It is said that while he passed through Egypt, he gave away so much gold that the overall value of gold decreased for the next 12 years. Augustus Caesar. Augustus Caesar lived between 63 BC and 14 AD. He was the first Roman emperor to have a net worth that totaled at around $4.6 trillion, a sum that makes the richest man today, Elon Musk, and his $300 billion net worth seem trivial. Augustus Caesar controlled several of the world's most powerful states, including Egypt. His empire accounted for about 30% of the world's economic output, and his personal wealth was around 1/5 of his empire's economy. He is by far one of the wealthiest people in history. Emperor Shenzong. Chinese Emperor Shenzong of Song, whose real name was Zhaozu, reigned from 1067 to 1085. At the time of his rule, China accounted for about 30% of the world's economic output. Emperor Shenzong controlled the bulk of his nation's wealth, so it is hard to place a number on it, but we can imagine that it would enter into tens of trillions. The main source of his wealth came from the technological innovations that thrived under his rule, as well as tax collection systems that were much more efficient than anything seen up to that point. Akbar I. Akbar is generally considered to be the greatest emperor of India's Mughal dynasty. His empire accounted for roughly 1/4 of the world's economic output at the time. His lifestyle and the lifestyles of other members of his ruling class were said to be so extravagant that they made the wealth of the European royals seem mild in comparison. Akbar's wealth came from trade, business, and various forms of tribute from Arabia and Levant. He was said to be so rich that silver had the same value as rocks in his time. Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin is one of the most controversial figures in history. He ruled the USSR aggressively and is remembered as one of the worst dictators in modern history. This makes it easy to overlook his immense wealth. Stalin had complete control over the nation's economy. He is believed to have been worth over $7.5 trillion. Andrew Carnegie. Though Rockefeller is the name that comes to mind when people think of wealthy Americans, Andrew Carnegie was significantly wealthier than him. Carnegie embodies the American dream like no one else in the history of the country. He went from a series of menial jobs to building a net worth that exceeds $370 billion, a sum which represented about 2.1% of American GDP at the time. Carnegie made his wealth by using his position as the Railroad Division Superintendent to make profitable investments in numerous businesses, such as iron, oil, coal, and railroad sleeping cars. This enabled him to play a significant role in organizing transport and communications during the American Civil War. The bulk of his wealth, though, came from the profits he made running Carnegie Steel Company. John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller founded one of the most successful companies in American history. His company, Standard Oil, controlled about 90% of American oil production. He ran Standard Oil until 1897 and was its largest shareholder. While he was alive, he controlled 90% of all oil in the United States. He had a net worth of $341 billion. His wealth grew as the use of kerosene and gasoline became more common, almost necessary. He used his wealth to buy out his competition and gain more control over the industry, and usually, his struggling competitors were happy to sell their companies to him. Jeff Bezos. In the year 1994, Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com, and this company went on to become one of the most successful companies in history. He initially ran the company from a garage in Seattle. Although this was less than a prestigious arrangement, it was certainly worth it for Mr. Bezos, who now has a net worth of $196.5 billion. With that much money, his biggest problem is probably coming up with creative ways to spend it. Alexander the Great. Alexander III of Macedonia, also known as Alexander the Great, had a net worth of over $500 billion. His wealth came from his vast influence across the earth and spoils of war. He founded 70 cities in his lifetime, a feat that is made even more incredible by the fact that he died at the age of 32. He is believed to have brought at least 2,500 tons of gold to his kingdom, and that is from Persepolis alone, without even considering the gold he acquired from places like Baghdad, Asia Minor, Babylon, India, and so on. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the richest person alive. His net worth of over $320.3 billion makes him over $100 billion richer than the world's second richest man, Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk is a South African entrepreneur and businessman. His first big break in business was his company Zip2, which made him a multimillionaire in his late 20s. Elon Musk owns and runs several companies, the most popular being Tesla and SpaceX. Tesla aims to revolutionize transportation on Earth, while SpaceX focuses on transportation in space. These two companies have built up his net worth significantly, and a recent deal between Tesla and the car rental company Hertz shot him to the top of the billionaire club. That brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, you can let us know by hitting the like button. To be among the first to know when we drop a new video, subscribe and hit the bell button for regular notifications. Until next time, have a great day.